Thick woman comes to school with her child. Old professor says, "Why are you here, street girl?" Other professor says, "If you think we will let a woman like you enter this school, where children can see you, then you are wrong." Child says, "Mom, they are treating you very badly." Mother says, "It's okay, my love. Everything will be fine." Rude professor says, "Look, it's better if I take this child away from you. I'm sure you have taught him bad things at home." Thick woman tells her child to go with professor. Old professor says, "I feel sad for this child who has to live with a woman like you." Cleaner girl hears everything. Old professor gets angry and walks inside. After some time, cleaner girl brings her to the office. All professors look at her in shock. She tries to sit on sofa. Male professor says, "You can't sit here with me." "And why are you with her?" Thick woman says, "You all will regret your cheap behavior." Then male professor and old professor go to another room. Old professor says, "Sir, I don't like that plastic woman at all. I get a very bad feeling from her." He says, "Yes, ma'am, women like her are dangerous, even for school." Old professor says, "This time we will do something so she never comes here again." They go back and says to the thick woman, "Ma'am, I want to tell you something." She says, "Go ahead. If you want to insult me again, don't waste your time." Old professor says, "It's something important, but I want to say it in private. Will you come?" Thick woman goes with her. Then male professor quickly locks her inside a room. She knocks and says, "Open the door," but they walk away. Then thick woman calls someone on her phone. Later, old professor tell another professor about thick woman. Then thick woman walks in. Male professor asks, "How did you get out?" She says, "I told my worker to open the door." Everyone is shocked. Thick woman says, "Yes, my workers are here because I am owner of this school." Then she calls the rude professor to the office and goes to her own office. Rude professor brings her file to the owner. Owner says, "Tell me what you have studied." She says, "I have 2 degrees, a license and a master's." Owner says, "But I cannot keep you here. You are not good for this school. Please leave." Rude professor leaves angrily. Then owner comes out and calls the male professor and old professor. Old professor says, "Ma'am, I don't want to give an interview." Owner asks, "Why? What happened?" She says, "I know I treated you badly. It was my mistake." Owner says, "I'm happy you realize that. I respect your decision. And you?" Male professor says, "I also feel the same. We didn't do the right thing. We should learn to respect others. I am truly sorry." Owner says, "Apology accepted. I'm glad you learned this. Everyone needs time to grow." Both professors thank her and go back to their classes. If you agree with the thick woman's decision, like, comment, and share.